Yo, so recently I've been asked to go over all my controller settings and all my graphics settings for you guys. So I'm going to go through them with you all today. Let's get into it. So first of all, in graphics, you want to run full screen for the minimum input delay possible. If you run full screen borderless, you might end up getting a slight input delay, so full screen is definitely the best. You want your monitor, graphics card, maximum refresh rate that your monitor will allow. Your resolution, obviously I'm running 1440p because I've got a 2K monitor. You want dynamic resolution disabled. You want aspect ratio automatic. VSync, you want disabled. Custom frame rate limit, so I've got mine set at 200. Yes, my monitor only allows 170, but 200 so you don't get many FPS drops or anything like that. You want your menu frame rate at 60, so it's not overloading your GPU. And your out of focus custom frame limit at 30. You want your brightness at 50. Some people run 52. But I just personally prefer 50 for how the game looks. You want your sRGB 2.2 on gamma display. You want your NVIDIA highlights disabled and your NVIDIA low latency disabled. These are personally my preferences. I don't use NVIDIA highlights, so for you it might be slightly different. So up next we've got field of view. I have this set at 120. Some people like 118, 117, but I personally like to see the most I can. You want the ADS field of view on affected because it gives you less visual recoil. Your camera movement at 50. You want your render resolution at 100. So you want your streaming quality low, texture resolution low, texture filter anastrophic high. This gives you your textures on your floor. You want your particle quality low. You want your bullets and impact sprays disabled. I personally prefer it disabled. You can have it enabled. It doesn't really affect your game that much. It's just personal preference on what you see while you're playing. So you want gore effects disabled. I prefer to have this disabled because it clutters game too much. And it just keeps it clean. On-demand texture streaming, disable that. You do not want that on. Your film average strength wants to be 1. Film grain 0. DLSS disabled. SMAA 1X on anti-aliasing. Depth of field disabled. World motion blur disabled. Weapon motion blur disabled. Shadow resolution low. You want cache spot shadows disabled. Cache sun shadows disabled. You want particle lighting low. Direct ray tracing disabled, ambient occlusion disabled, and screen space reflection disabled. So onto the controller settings. So I use default flipped on the button layout because I use the top two here for aiming and shooting. I don't like to use these ones. It just feels more comfortable sat like this. But I'm currently using an aim controller at this moment in time. This is my aim controller using 2 paddles on the back. Stick layout preset default, invert lock disabled. So in terms of dead zones, I've got mine set at 0.2 and 0.3. At this current moment in time, I've got no stick drift in my controller. For you, it might be very slightly different. Every controller is different, so you might need to up that to reduce your stick drift. So your left stick dead zone wants to be between 0.5 and 0.65. Gives you the max mobility you can possibly get. I run a 1313 sensitivity with a 0.7 ADS multiplier. It's nice and fluid. When you're aiming in, it's not too quick when you're looking around either. It gives you nice controlling your guns. Aim response curve is on dynamic. Controller vibration disabled because it's just annoying. Gas mask is toggle only, disabled. Aim assist standard. All these are generic ones. You don't need to change any of these. Should be already preset anyway. The only ones that I would recommend you changing is changing the use and reload behavior to contextual tap because this enables you to close doors, pick stuff up as quick as possible. Armor plate behavior, I personally prefer apply 1 because it gives you a chance to put a plate on and shoot just in case you need to if someone starts pushing you. Because obviously, if you're stood there putting all 3 plates in, you're dead. Slide behavior, put on tap. It gives you the best sliding mobility to be able to get your slide cancels in. Auto move forward disabled. Single tap from run on tactical sprint and automatic tactical sprint enabled. So this gives you your maximum mobility. You don't have to mess around clicking your left hand login all the time. You just push it forward and it sprints for you. And parachute auto deploy disabled. But yeah, that's all from today's video. And if you want to go over any more settings, you've got any questions, be sure to drop them down below, and I will catch you in the next one. Peace.